Heisman Trophy. He's not the favorite right now, but he's certainly
he's tied for the favorite.
Yep. There you see right there. Oh yeah. So actually these odds actually are closer to what I've seen from before. Julian Sayin, of course, is number 1. Mendoza there at number 2. Ty Simpson, Marcel Reed, Jeremiah Smith, Gunnar Stockton. If you have a Heisman vote, who you like?
I would be interested to see what you think, because in my opinion right now, this has changed a lot over just this past week.
Right.
Because before this week, I was like, it's Ty Simpson. I mean, it's easily Ty Simpson.
Right.
But Ty had a chance to take a stranglehold on it this past weekend. Kind of dropped the ball a little bit for his standards and for the Heisman standards. I mean, you won the game.
Right.
But you didn't throw 2 touchdown passes for the first time all season. You threw 1. You still had 277 pass yards. Here's why I think Fernando Mendoza should win the Heisman over the guy that you just saw on your screen, Julian Sayin. When you have 2 guys on the same side of the ball in the top 5 of the Heisman race.
Yes, exactly.
And when you have that guy right there, Jeremiah Smith.
Jeremiah Smith is unbelievable.
How can you win the Heisman over guys like compare Indiana's best wide receiver to Jeremiah Smith? You can't.
That's a good point. Yeah.
All you got to do is just get the ball to Jeremiah Smith, and then your day is pretty much over.
Right.
What has Julian Sayin showed me that Fernando Mendoza has?
Right. Exactly.
I mean, Ohio State's blowing these teams out. It's not based on what Julian Sayin's doing, in my opinion.
Right.
It's based on partially what that guy's doing.
Yep.
Partially the fact that they haven't really played anybody. Their closest game was against Texas, 14-7, and it was Julian Sayin's first start, but he still didn't show me anything.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, Fernando Mendoza goes down, leads him on a game-winning drive.
Yep.
Keeps the unbeaten season alive, and you go into Eugene and you beat Oregon.
Right. Exactly. And that was the big one to me is the Eugene game. And so when you think about Heisman, you think about moments. And as of right now, Julian Sayin doesn't have a moment.
No.
And credit to him, he's played consistently. But like you said, he's got 2 of the best playmakers there in America.
Right.
Another Heisman Trophy, and we get into a lot of these nuanced conversations because the Heisman Trophy, as well as like the MVP in football, the MVP in basketball, the MVP, that award is the most valuable player.
Yes.
The Heisman is the best player overall in college football. If I'm going the best player overall in college football, to me, I can't give it to Marcel Reed. To me, if I had a vote, I'd probably vote for Ty Simpson.
Yeah.
Or a guy like Jeremiah Smith. I'm going to the best players.
I mean, Julian Sayin's not even the best player on his own offense.
That's the thing, yeah.
How can he be the favorite?
Yeah.
Because he's a quarterback on that offense.
That's the thing. So a lot of times, and they've muddied up a little bit the Heisman Trophy because now it looks to just go to the quarterback on the best team.
Right.
And not always, like you said, not always is that the best player on the team. A lot of times that's just a guy that's playing point guard, distributing the football, and just getting it out of harm's way. People can make a shot that's saying, "Oh, Ty Simpson's doing the exact same thing." He is making more plays, in my opinion, in that regard. And then the other 2 guys, Marcel Reed and Gunnar Stockton, they don't have those moments. Gunnar Stockton might shock us all and come up with a huge game against Texas this upcoming weekend. And Texas, like Roger Rawls just said moments ago, they have everybody back. Like Taft's back.
That's
members
huge.
on that D line are back again. So if Stockton does have a huge game, he can have that Heisman moment. I just don't see it right now.
And honestly, I don't see Gunnar Stockton winning it. Yeah, he might make it to New York, and I think Marcel Reed might make it to New York. I think Reed's early struggles in the season, they won games, but he struggled early on, and that's really, I think, what's going to hold him back. His Heisman moment was against LSU, but we've seen what LSU has turned into. I mean, he basically got Brian Kelly fired. But
exactly.
When you think about it, Indiana, Mendoza had his Heisman moment this past weekend. Ty Simpson had a chance for his Heisman moment. Hasn't gotten it yet, but still he could against a Brent Venables defense, even though I know there are some concerns about the secondary with that defense.
Right.
And honestly, I see if Alabama's able to take care of business, they're on a collision course for the SEC championship.
Right.
So, there's more chances there for him moving into the college football playoff race. But I just don't see Julian Sayin.
Me neither.
When it came out a couple weeks ago that Julian Sayin was the front runner for the Heisman, I was just shocked because what has he done?
Right.
I mean, I know everyone talks about hypothetical wins in the SEC and how the SEC loves to talk about the hypothetical wins.
Right.
You cannot tell me that Purdue's defense, like Purdue against Arkansas.
Right.
I still think Arkansas is beating Purdue because, Arkansas is at the bottom of the SEC. They're still playing the SEC games close.
Right.
Arkansas would probably beat Purdue by 20 points.
I agree.
And another hypothetical win. I don't really care.
Yeah.
Because it's just the Big Ten top to bottom doesn't compete quite like the SEC does. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, no, and I agree with you. I was actually pulling up Saints numbers just to see what they were and if they were going to be gaudy enough to be able to win the award. And I don't see it.
I think it's the touchdowns that's keeping him in it right now. But how many interceptions does he have?
4.
4.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. So he's 24 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Nearly he'll get 2,500 yards coming up this week. He's at 2,491 right now. He's been sacked 5 times and it's been very nondescript, completing 81% of his passes too. So I think between the completion percentage and the touchdowns, maybe that's the point that's kind of leaving him over. But as you said, he doesn't have a moment yet, and he's not even the best player on his own offense, his own side of the ball.
I mean, it's still Jeremiah Smith is the best player on Ohio State. If it were MVP, most valuable player, it'd still be Jeremiah Smith.
It'd still be him. We got a chance to hear from Kirk Cignetti about his QB1 that's now right up there in the Heisman odds.
That final drive, we weren't getting much done on offense the previous few drives. He had been hit quite a bit. He got sacked on first down. 2nd and 17, running clock, minute 30, our own 13, no timeouts, right? It wasn't looking real great at that point. And everybody responded, and it always does start with the quarterback. And, he stuck a few balls in the seam, made some throws. Our guys made some catches, and, all culminated in the last play. So, it was a great win and a real shot in the arm for our team, who was down and out in a lot of people's minds, and refused to lose and got it done.